Hello. Welcome to the Fisher College Computer Science Programs webinar. It's October 22nd, 2018, and I'm Aspen Olmsted. I'm a professor here and program director for our information technology degree. All right, so in this webinar, I'd like to talk about several things. First, we'll talk about the degree programs here at Fisher College in computer science, any minors that we have. So if you want to do a degree in something else and you want some interdisciplinary computer science knowledge, we got lots of minors. I want to talk about what's different about our curriculum in computer science. I want to talk about course modality, which you may think is funny, like why do you care at this point? But as a computer science student, you will have lots of job opportunities. They'll come before graduation. And so your life situation may change and you may have to switch modality from face-to-face to online or some sort of blended to finish your degree because you might have an opportunity that's too big to pass up. I want to talk about the community of our students here in the computer science programs and internships, opportunities, professional certifications, and then I'll finish with talking about careers. Okay. All right, so we have a brand new IT degree in our computer science program. It's a general degree, and then there are 3 concentrations. So you don't need a concentration. You can just be special. You could just be a non-specialization to have a broad breadth of IT knowledge, or you can specialize in cybersecurity, game development, or software engineering. So our general IT degree is what I call a technical BS degree. And the reason I say that is a lot of IT degrees out there are not technical. We want to make sure you understand how the software and hardware works that you'll be working with. This makes your skills that you learn here resilient to change in the tech industry. And we know there's going to be lots of changes in the tech industry. There has been and there will be. So students who get this IT degree are prepared to work in many jobs. I picked some here from the Bureau of Labor Statistics to give you a sense of the growth and the types of jobs. So Computer and Information Systems Manager, there's a 12% growth. And I'll walk through what these jobs are at the end of this presentation. Computer Network Architects, there's 6% growth. That's not as high, but still is pretty solid. Database Administrators, this one just amazes me because this job has existed for 50 years, but look at that growth, 11% every year more demand. And it makes sense. There isn't a job out there, or there isn't a piece of software out there that doesn't need a database. And a network and computer systems administrator that's got that steady 6% growth. Okay. We also have a concentration within the IT degree in game development. This is a technical BS degree, right? We want you to understand how games are built. And again, we want it resilient to changes in the game industry. At the same time, we want to have an applied degree so that you can leave with the ability to write games, right? And so we chose the Unity engine for now. For the next half decade or so. And we'll reevaluate that every year as we move forward. But essentially, we want you to be able to build games that run on PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, or mobile devices or PC, right? And so if you get this concentration, you're prepared to work as a game programmer or also as an independent game developer. So a lot of games are built by, I want to think of people in the garage. Right, you don't want to go to work, you want to work for yourself, you can do so. And that's one of the beauties of our program, which with the Unity engine, you gain a lot of the core so that you can focus on the logic of your game. We also have a concentration in software engineering. This is, again, another technical BS degree. This is for folks who want to build software. They want to be part of a software development team. Again, it's it's an applied degree, and we focus on C# in our curriculum. Again, that's for today. That may change in 5 or 10 years. But I looked around and I said, I want our students to learn one programming language throughout our curriculum so they walk away strong. A lot of our competitors, you switch your programming language in every course, and then the students never feel comfortable. And the reason is because a professor likes Python or Java or PHP or Ruby on Rails or something. Here we focus all of our courses on one language, so you walk away really strong in that language. With a software engineering concentration, you're prepared to be a software developer. Again, 9% growth there, that's great. Database administrator, there's some overlap with the IT degree here. Or computer systems analyst, again, a very healthy 9% growth there. We also have a cybersecurity concentration. I'm very excited about this. And the reason I'm excited is there's all kinds of opportunity for our students in cybersecurity. So this is a technical cybersecurity degree. Again, we want you to understand how the software and hardware operates. There's lots of cybersecurity degrees that are not technical out there. We're all set up for the NSA Cyber Defense Certification. That's called CAE CDE. Now, I've got the year 2021 here because we need 3 students to go all the way through our program to get our actual certification from the NSA. But our curriculum is designed from the scratch to match it. I have meetings every quarter with the NSA to make sure we're on track. We're also considering cyber ops. Now, cyber ops is a little different. Cyber defense is what all organizations need folks who can do. Cyber ops is more for the military or for the NSA where you're actually doing attacking. We would have to just add 1 course to our curriculum. So I am in meetings now to think about cyber ops with the NSA, but it's a potential and something you'll reach out to me if it's something you're interested in. The jobs our students are prepared for is information security analyst, and look at that growth rate, 28%. What that means is if you come in as a freshman, by the time you graduate, there's more than double the jobs, right? And right now, there's tens of thousands of open jobs as information security analysts. You can also be a computer system analyst, so you may focus on cybersecurity, but take a step back and think more about the broader IT. You could also be a network and computer systems administrator. There's a lot of cybersecurity there. Okay. We believe in interdisciplinary learning, and so you may not want to have a computer science degree, but you may want to get some computer science. And so, for instance, if you're a criminal justice major, you might want a computer forensics minor, right, where you're taking computer science to help you do the forensics on digital devices. You might be a business major and want to take cybersecurity or software engineering or information technology as a combination to give you more tech skill to differentiate yourself in the business world. Or you may be a liberal arts student and you want to do game development, or a math major and want to do game development, right? Or computer information systems, which has got some business and some CS in it. Or social media, maybe you're a comm major and you want to have a social media minor. I spoke about this a little earlier, but what makes our curriculum different is we're designed for your employment, not for theory. Right? A lot of curriculums designed for the professor's theoretical studies. Right? Here, I said earlier, we focus on one programming language so you walk away really strong. I come from a much larger university where we had bigger class sizes, and the students jumped around from language to language, and they always complained at the end that they never understood our main programming language. I don't want to hear that. I want you guys to be really strong in one language. So we chose C#. C# is, you may think of Microsoft, but it's actually a standardized language. Microsoft did it right from the beginning. They went to a standards body. It's standardized by the same body that does JavaScript. A lot of languages you've heard of, like Java or Python, are not standardized. That means they're owned by one company. And we saw that. Oracle sued Google over Java because Oracle owns Java. Right? C# is not owned by Microsoft. There's a standards body. Microsoft delivers it, though, for Windows, for Mac, for Unix. But there's also another implementation that will run on all 3 platforms called Mono. And so we use C# for game programming, for web programming, for mobile programming, for cloud programming, and for desktop programming. Right? So you get a lot of experience, a lot of different kinds of programming experience with that one language. So you'll be really strong when you leave here. And then it's easier to pick up other languages. The difference between C# and Java is minuscule. So once you're really strong in one, then you know all the concepts. You can then figure out the other language pretty quickly, and we can help you. All right, course modality. This becomes important because as a CS student, you're going to have lots of opportunities to get employment early. You may be a working professional today, and you're switching over to tech. And what often happens is halfway through the program, you'll switch. You're not done with the degree. You don't want to stop. You need to finish it, but you need flexibility. So we have our face-to-face program, and that's here in our Boston Back Bay campus. So you're surrounded by hundreds of high-tech companies. That's terrific. A lot of our courses, though, in our face-to-face are blended. What that means is we try to use the internet. So we have face-to-face time that we use for labs so that you can help with the programming. But you can watch lectures online. You can do quizzes at home. You can read at home, that sort of thing. So we try to take advantage of technology, even if you're in our face-to-face program. We also have a 100% online program. And so you can be any place in the United States and be in our program. That's often for working adults. But anyone can get in the online program. And we also have a remote program we have some campuses across Massachusetts in Boston, Brockton, Attleboro, and New Bedford, where you're taking blended courses in the evening. This is often for working adults who don't want a fully online program to start, use that local campus. But again, you can switch between these modalities. So if you start as a face-to-face student and you get a job that you can't pass up, that's okay. You can switch to another modality. All right. Community is really important because we talk a lot about hard skills in cybersecurity, but there's also soft skills that are really important: communication, presentation. And so we use our community to do that. And so parts of our community are the Cybersecurity Club, where students will do a couple different kinds of events. Capture the Flag is where the students are looking for some hidden information in a system. Red team, blue team is where often students are defending systems and the NSA is attacking those systems as the red team, the students are the blue team. We do programming competitions, more of the software engineering side, where students are given a set of problems. They try to complete as many as they can in a few hours as a team. We leverage the location of our main campus here in Boston Back Bay with hundreds of companies around us, and we go on field trips, check out these companies. We also leverage Boston for conferences. Thursdays is sort of the conference day here in Boston. And about once a month, I'll take students who are interested to free conferences. There's a cybersecurity one coming up this month at IBM. There was one by Kerspinski last month we went to. So pretty exciting. We also have an honor society. So when you get to be a junior, if you can keep a 3.0, you can join the UPE Honor Society. That's really just another resume checkbox. It's something to differentiate you when you're competing with others for a specific job. And we also have a job board. So we have a very well-structured job system here for all Fisher students. It's called Handshake. But I also get so many emails from employers saying, I'm looking for a student. So I have a system that students can look at online where I can just throw the information up and students can contact the employer directly. All right. Internships. These are very important in our curriculum. And I want to talk about them a little bit because every student needs to acquire this applied industry experience. Right? And the beautiful thing is Boston is the #4 tech hub in North America. And it's very accessible. Boston's smaller than New York. So most of the tech companies are in a small area here. And we can leverage that. But also we have students, I said earlier, in all modalities. If you've got a job, it's often hard to complete an internship. And so I've done some things to create some structured programs for working adults. Our normal students can participate too. So one example is with the Cybersecurity Workforce Alliance last summer, we ran an internship and it was done in the evening. So folks who are working during the days can participate. And then we organized mentors. We took a bunch of mentors from the financial sector who worked in cybersecurity. And we gave the students problems that they worked on during the week as a team. They met with me once a week remotely via WebEx. And then they met with the mentors once a week and they presented their results. And the mentors gave them feedback. And they created a relationship with this mentor. And at the very end, they gave a presentation. And it was pretty amazing. Like a general from that works in cybersecurity for the military attended and was very impressed by the students. So it's something that can work, and it's something that works really well for students who are younger, who can't get that first internship because they don't have that social skill. It helps build those soft skills, but also works for the working adult who doesn't have time to do an internship at the same time as their normal job. All right. Professional certifications are really important in computer science because they're check boxes on a resume, another thing that differentiates you. So a lot of our courses will map over to professional certifications and we'll help you get that certification. So we'll show you what else you need to learn. So it may be 80 or 90% is covered by our course and there's a little bit more you need to study. We'll help you get the voucher. Often we can get them at a discounted rate. So for example, our CS 220 maps to CompTIA A+. Our CS 233 maps to CompTIA Network+. Our CS 3 Information Security and Privacy maps to Security+. Our CS 205 and 206 maps to Microsoft C#, right? And often we can get these vouchers to you at half price with our connections. You'll see sometimes I'll say the same courses with a different programming language mapped to a different certification. And that's because we'll actually work with our corporate partners to deliver our curriculum in a different programming language in their offices for their employees. So if you're a company and if you want Java developers, you don't want us coming in and training your developers in C#. So we'll come in and take the same curriculum and deliver it in a different programming language. And it maps over to the certification there. All right. So we've seen these jobs, but I wanted to put them on one slide to give you a sense, right? The big one up there is that information security analyst, 28%, but they're all pretty good. The reason the game ones don't have the statistics is because the Bureau of Labor Statistics doesn't break down the demand. So I wanted to be consistent there, but there's still good growth there. All right, let's just look at those jobs a little bit and then we'll call it a day. So an information security analyst is going to plan and carry out security measures to protect an organization's computer networks and systems, right? There's a lot of these. It can be working for a company that's doing consulting for other companies or can be within a company. Computer information systems manager, sometimes it's called the IT manager or an IT project manager. They're going to plan, coordinate, and direct computer-related activities in an organization and help set goals for the future and implement systems. A computer network architect is going to really focus on the network, right? They're going to work on local area networks, wide area networks, intranets, and the next generation of capabilities with the cloud. A database administrator is going to help an organization use their database to store and retrieve data. This is financial information, customer records, shopping carts for web, that sort of thing. And they also have to make sure it's secure. So cybersecurity overlaps there quite a bit. A network and computer systems administrator, this person is going to focus on a specific computer system or network and make sure the day-to-day operations of these networks and computer systems function. A software developer is the creative mind behind computer programs. Some are going to be developing the applications that allow people to do specific tasks. And then you can also be a software developer working on the underlying device drivers or the operating system itself. A computer system analyst is someone who's going to look at an organization and computer operations and procedures and then design solutions to the challenges they have. They're often helping people implement new solutions, that sort of thing. And a computer game programmer is going to write and test code that allows computer games to function properly. Again, we do our curriculum in C#, but you may find a job using Java or Python or something like that if it's a specialized game. And then a computer game developer is going to work in a larger game software company, and you could be a designer or a tester. That sounds like a fun job to me, is to test games all day. All right. If you have questions, feel free to fire me an email. I can do a one-on-one webinar with you. We have other webinars scheduled. My email is aolmsted@fisher.edu. Don't hesitate to ask questions. All right. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.